I'm out gathering some rosehips this morning. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so I just wanted to get out early enough because it takes me a little while to work on them. I'm going to dehydrate them. I dehydrate in the oven. Of course, you could use a dehydrator. And I use them just for my tea, really. My tea blends, I add them to it over the winter. It just makes me think I'm getting a bit of vitamin C. Now this is where it gets very messy and very tedious. So if you're not in a patient mood, don't do this. But I'm trying to get, I don't want the seeds or the little hairs. And if you get lucky, you can squeeze and they come right out. And that's all you're left with. Now I'll just pop those in a very low oven and keep my eye on them. Well, that only took 20 minutes. I did it at 240 in the oven. And they're nice and dry. I'm just going to leave them here to cool down just a bit more to make sure there's zero moisture, but they're nice and crunchy. And this is all that I have remaining from last year. So I'm glad I've got some to top up. Bringing some potting soil in from the garage to warm up because I've got a few little plants to pot on. And I think it's 7 degrees out, so it's a good day to get some of those last Brussels sprouts I have out there. That arugula looks nice. I'll get some of that. And these are little baby bok choy. Okay, here's the little bit I harvested today. Now I just have to get creative and think about the meals I'll make with this. Got some cute little radishes, just a bit of kale that I know I can throw in something for this evening's meal. Probably be a salad for lunch, for me anyway. Some Asian greens. I can't remember the name of these. It's not a pak choy. But that'll probably go in some kind of sauteing with some Brussels sprouts. My son doesn't really like them, so it's really just for Bruce and I, so that's all I've picked today. A cabbage, I probably won't use that today, but it needed to come out anyway. Some eggplants from upstairs, and I ran up and got some more parsley, oh, and a pepper, which will probably go in the sauteing. Hope you can see me. We're over here because I've already got my plants in a mess on my island there. So the first thing I am going to do is a salad, because I've got this gorgeous arugula that I don't want to go to waste. It's very hardy in the cold. Don't need that. There we go. And because I got the arugula, which is a super powerhouse of nutrients, antioxidants. It's a brassica, of course. It's not a lettuce, not to be confused with. But because that's a powerhouse, I also thought, well, let's get more parsley, and I'll toss that in the salad also. This is Italian parsley, but both are very also superfoods. You know, these two going together will be excellent for me. I'll add some radish, I suppose. Now I've also brought out, these are some foraged apples, and I just keep them in my crisper. They'll last forever. So I'm going to add a bit of apple to this. And I was going to boil a beet, because arugula and beets would be lovely, but I can't be bothered. I have some in the crisper, but can't be bothered. So I'm going to use pickled beets because I'm going to put vinegar in my dressing anyway. And pickled beets lose very little of their nutrition when you pickle them. And because I make my own, there's very little salt and very little sugar. Also extremely healthy for us. So I'm going to make a really healthy salad. Okay, I'll just run through the salad dressing I make. You've probably seen it before. It's pretty similar. So I'm going to add some Dijon, salt, pepper, some honey, some of my own homemade apple scrap cider vinegar, and olive oil. That's probably it. You just do it to taste for what you want. And look, when I went in the crisper there to put this dinner stuff away, I found this in there. I must have harvested this well over October, over a month ago anyways. There is a soft spot, a rotten spot. So I'll check and see. I hate wasting anything. I'll check and see what's salvageable on there, and that's probably going with dinner also. The things you find. Oh, I gotta clean up here. There's my salad. I added some very finely chopped onions, and I added some mint leaves because they're on the shelf right beside me. So really this salad is arugula, parsley, apples, beets, onions, radish, all my own. And I even used apple scrap cider vinegar in my dressing, which I won't put on just yet till I eat this. So very inexpensive, almost nothing, and very healthy. I cut off the bad part of this Rondenise summer squash, and it looks fine. So we'll eat the rest of that. I was worried it was going to be rotten all the way through. I've just got some soil out. Oh, I have to tell you, my son, I was eating my salad, and my son came down into the kitchen and said, "Whoa, it smells so green." And I said, "I'm eating arugula." And he said, that's the worst in the spring mix. You know how you get the spring salad mix, and it's got arugula and spinach and different things in it? He is not a fan, and that's a good point. Arugula is not for everybody, and it's chewy and can be, well, I don't find it bitter because I put the honey mustard dressing, so you really do need a little bit of the honey on it. But that made me laugh. My daughter loves arugula. I've just run out. I heard the fellas carrying the door down from the loft. Well, Bruce is out here in the rain. It's really dismal out. But the door is up. Well, what? Oh, you still need to adjust it?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
But not today.
Looks good. A foggy old day. So what I'm going to pot on, I've got some calancho. Is that what you call these? I bought it early November last year. They were discounting it in the grocery store. You can get these everywhere. And it was beautiful. It's a red one. And it bloomed and bloomed and bloomed and bloomed, and then it just got a really ratty looking, I'd say early October is when I thought it's time for the plant to go. I could have taken better care of it, I was. But I clipped off a couple of leaves and stuck them in water, rooted them. Very quickly they rooted. And then I potted them on, and I've got two here. So I'm hoping they're going to bloom for me. And they look lovely. So I'm just going to put those on into another, my heat's just come on, just a little deeper. And then I've got a parsley, actually there's two plants in here, and they just don't look like they're liking me at all. So I'm going to pot those on probably in a bigger pot here. This I'm hoping will root. Maybe anyone can tell me. I know this is spearmint that I have on the window, and of course they're trying to climb them all over my walls, so I've just cut some off. I'm hoping they'll root. I think they will. And then I'll get some more plants there. Normally you'd put, outside, you can just bury them a little as they're growing this way, and the roots will come. But I'm just taking this, obviously it's indoors. Let's see if that works. So I'm going to get on and make these plants a little happier. Clean up my mess. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure my parsley's going to make it. It's just not happy with me. I'll keep checking. Maybe it's got some kind of bug on it. Although these were from seed, indoors only. What I do with my parsley, by the way, I've been eating for outdoors, my parsley. I start them indoors and pot them on as needed. And when spring hits and it's warm enough for them to go out, I put the plants out because by this time they're large and they could use some new soil. And I stick them out in the garden and start it all over again. So hopefully these plants will be happier. These fellas will be fine. I thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Take care, and we'll see you soon.